Hello, poultry farmers. When is the right time to switch from starter feed to finish feed? Is it really a good practice to give starter feed to your broiler chickens from day 1 to 7 weeks when you are selling them at market, or from day 1 to the end of their lifetime? This is becoming a most debate now among poultry farmers. While some are confused because of the debate going on when to switch from starter feed to finish feed, some are strongly in belief that it is advisable to give starter feed from day 1 to when you sell your best, or to whatever age you want to sell your best. Some have this belief that it is a good practice to switch from starter feed to finish feed before selling your best, and some still give grower feed in between. So in today's video, I am going to be clearing the air on the right feed to give at different age of your chicken's life. Before we move fully into this video, this is Abraham's Agrovision. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, we would like you to take a minute of your time or a second of your time to hit this subscribe button and also like our videos. You might forget to like it at the end of everything, because I believe you are going to enjoy this video. So take this time to hit the like button first, the thumbs up, then hit the subscribe button. Don't also forget to share this video at the end of everything. We appreciate your support. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Now, is it a good practice to give starter feed to when you sell your best or throughout your chicken's lifetime? And is it a good practice to switch from starter feed to finish feed? Is it also a good practice to switch or add grower in between? Now I'm going to be breaking everything for easy understanding. Before starter feed was made, finish feed was made, and grower feed was made, poultry nutritionists have sat down and worked practically on the benefit of each of these feed and the role they play in your chicken's life. I would like you to have this in mind, that as your chicken grows, their requirement changes. So what was good for your chickens today might not be good for your chickens tomorrow. Starter feed at the initial stage was designed with high crude protein, and it was designed with high crude protein to help your chickens build good muscle and good body structure. As your chickens are small, they need high quality protein to help build good muscle and help in good body and bone formation. So starter feed is highly made with lots of protein. You see lots of protein in starter feed, and you will see less of energy and calcium in starter feed. Now, what do we have in finished feed? We have more of energy in finished feed and less of protein in finished feed. Finished feed has less protein than starter, and I'm going to be telling you the role all these play in their life. Now, for grower feed usually has the lesser or the most less protein in the feed. It was made with less protein, with good energy and less fat. So now, at what point are you supposed to give starter feed to your chicken? You are supposed to give starter feed to your chicken from day 1 to week 3 or week 4. And I'm going to be explaining why you are doing so before the video finishes. You are supposed to give starter feed, like I said earlier, from day 1 to week 3 or week 4. This is because of the high protein content in the starter diet, which help the chickens to build up good body formation and body structure. Now, you are supposed to give finish feed from week 4 to 6 weeks or 7 weeks, or whenever you are going to sell your birds. So if you're a farmer that is targeting to sell your birds at 6 weeks, after you stop giving your starter feed at 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and why are you even going to, why did I say 3 weeks or 4 weeks? Depending on the body structure. If you notice that at 3 weeks, your chickens are not fully developed or their body structure is not yet developed to take what finished feed is going to give them, you prolong it to week 4. But if you see that week 3 their body is good enough, then you can now switch to finish feed. Like I said, you give finish feed from week 4 to wherever you are selling your best, either week 6 or week 7. But if so that we are supposed to give finish feed after starter feed, why do some people still incorporate grower feed before finish feed? Yes, if you see anybody incorporating grower feed before finish feed, it shows or the person might be planning to keep those chickens for a very long time. Yes, they are planning to keep them for a very long time and they don't want the chickens to accumulate too much fat. Either they want to consume it by themselves or they want to keep it for a very long time before they sell it out. Also, if this type of person is somebody that is working on the fat level of their birds, they tend to give grower feed before finish feed. And if they are also planning to get maybe egg from their broilers, I don't know what they might be planning on using it for, but if they are planning on getting egg from their broilers, they might introduce grower at the stage of their life after starter feed. Now, to clear up the debate and to answer your question, is it a good practice to give starter feed from day one till when you sell your chicken or to every stage of your chicken's life? I will say no, it is not a good practice. The protein nutritionist that sat and designed a feeding program for your broilers understand why they did so and they understand the implication. Now, feeding your chickens on starter feed from day one to when they are matured or when you start selling them or to all stage of their life has an implication. But before I tell you the implication, let's look at this example critically. Now, as human being or as an adult, when you were small, you usually take milk, breast milk precisely. You take breast milk every day and nothing happens to you. If as an adult you start taking milk every day without eating energy food or without eating other food to balance what your body require at the moment as an adult, what do you think is going to happen to you? One, you are going to be having a stunt growth. As an adult, you are feeding on milk every day, no other thing, you don't eat energy food, no other food added to what you are eating, you are just feeding on breast milk every day. You are going to be stunt. Secondly, you are going to be developing some illness which is not good for you. So this also related to poultry farming. Starter feed has implication, and one implication of starter feed is liver and kidney failure. Yes, too much accumulation of protein can lead to liver and kidney failure, and this will lead me to making you to watch this particular video on why your chickens die at week 6. Your management practice is okay and everything in your farm is okay, but you see that a time will just come in your chickens, they'll start dying at week 5 to week 6. And even if you give any drugs to your chickens, they no longer respond to the effectiveness of the drugs. So to get better understanding about this, I'll be leaving a video here for you to watch, or you check my description. So like I said, the first cause or the first implication is going to be liver and kidney failure. When this start happening, you see their wattles or their comb becoming pale. The second implication of this is that they'll start developing paralysis. Yes, too much of protein in your animal's body will lead to paralysis. So when this is happening, your chicken will start developing paralysis. The number 3 and number 4 might not really be visible or show more sign, because their effect is going to be just little, but it really has effect. So the number 3 is that you are wasting protein. If you are feeding too much of starter to your birds, or if you are feeding starter feed to your birds at all stage of their life, you are wasting protein. Especially if you are the one making the feed by yourself, The protein you should reserve to make other feed, you just pack it in starter feed and you give it to them. You are wasting protein. And number two is that you are making them to consume more, because they'll be looking for energy. There's energy in finished feed that cannot be found in the starter diet. So you are making them to eat more instead of eating a little. Now, I said number three and this number four, you might not really notice it, because if you don't really pay a real or critical attention to this, you will not notice it. But you are wasting protein and you are making your chickens to eat a little bit more. So if there's any understanding I would like you to take from this video, is that as your chicken grows, their energy level increases. Or for every stage of your chicken's life, they require different nutrition to strive well. So feeding starter feed from day one to all stage of their life, or to the final stage of their life, is not a good practice. It might end up affecting you one day. It might not really start affecting you, or it might not really affect you, or it might affect you and you don't even know that this is the cause of what is happening in your farm. But believe me, it is going to affect you one day if you do not stop this practice. I don't like to share news like this, but if you don't stop, like I said earlier, giving your chickens starter feed from day one to the end, you might start losing your birds one day without any symptom. However, if you are somebody that do sell your birds from week 1 to week 5, or you have a customer that is coming to pick your birds exactly at week 6, then starter feed or feeding your chicken on starter feed might not really affect you, because this issue will start from week 5 or week 6. So if you have somebody that is coming to get your birds at week 5 on the dot, or week 6, then you might not really see this effect, or it might not really affect you that much. But if you are planning on keeping your chickens to week 7 or week 8, then I will advise you not to try so. But the good practice is to feed your chicken starter feed from week 1 or day 1 to week 4. Then from week 4 you switch to finish feed. If you are planning on selling them 6 weeks to 7 weeks, you switch to finish feed. And if you are planning to keep them for 3 months and above, you add grower feed in between. So is it a good practice to feed your chicken starter feed all through their life? No. Is it a good practice to put grower feed in between before a finish feed? Yes. Is it a good practice to feed your chicken starter and finish feed from week 1 to week 4, then week 4 finisher to the end? Yes, those are good practices. But feeding your chickens on starter feed alone, it's not a good practice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something from this video. If there's anything you want to discuss with me about starter feed from week 1 to every stage of chicken's life, or if there's anything you've really noticed with what I've just said, or if there's any practical experience you've get before with what I've just said, or anything you would like to share for other poultry farmers to learn, please kindly use the comment section. We'll appreciate your contribution. So this is Abraham's Agrovision. For those that did not subscribe earlier, this is also another time to support us by subscribing, sharing our video, and liking this video. This is Abraham's Agrovision once again. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.